Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a nice meal. We're now into the formal part of the afternoon, and if I could ask you to put your hands together to welcome the father of the bride, Mr. Childers.
First of all, can everybody hear me? Yes! I want no hecklers, please, especially from the Metzen family and the church family. Sorry about that, Julie. And I have it on here, unlike a lot of people. So if I look down now and again, you'll have to excuse me, because I really researched this pretty much on the internet, and I'm hoping I can get through it all. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Colin, Lucy's father, not to be confused with Colin, who is Martin's father. And on behalf of Lucy's mother, Josie, and I, and our respective partners, Mike and Colleen being my wife and Mike being, just in case there was a problem there. I would also like to welcome all of you on this very special occasion to celebrate the marriage of our daughter, Lucy, to Martin. This, of course, is a celebration not just of the love that has united Lucy and Martin in marriage, but also of the families and friends that have created, molded, and influenced their lives of these two very special people. Well, one special. So I'd like to thank Jake, Maureen, Colin, and the relatives and friends of their family and ours for their love and support of Lucy and Martin. I should also warn Martin, if he doesn't already know, that Lucy is very headstrong and determined. As a toddler, she would only eat spaghetti. Thankfully, we were on location in Italy at the time, and that wasn't a problem. Otherwise, she would have starved to death, I think. Josie remembers that. Then when she used to come and visit us, she would only eat fish fingers for many years. And she still won't eat sushi. Growing up, Lucy was very shy, but very cool. And I knew that Lucy was really cool when she went to a gymkhana dressed as a roll of polo mints. And actually, just last night, I heard how Lucy has had a positive influence on other people's lives. This young lady at the back, Helen.
Yes.
I remembered. You don't have to tell me. Yes. Well, I remember it. The other thing was, if you wear your name tag like we are, when we're downstairs, it saves us having to look at you and wonder who the hell you are, because I had a lot of problems. We get that.
It's not all about you, Jeeves.
No, I'll get to that in a minute. Don't worry. Because actually, Lucy helped Helen meet the gentleman who is now her husband by getting her a job with actually one of my nephews, through one of my nephews in the movie. Huh? Oh, sorry. I beg your pardon. Her future husband. And their two children. And they now live happily in France. So this is the kind of influence that this young lady has had on people's lives. It's said in the instructions in the internet, I now have to talk about Martin. And I did read, traditionally talk about your son-in-law and your impressions of him. Please try to put him in a positive light. His character, skill, passion, and achievements. Well, I gave this a great deal of thought. And just to start, first of all, I played golf with Martin yesterday, Lucy. And if golf is a metaphor for life, I have to note Martin's intention is always to go down the middle. But he quite often hits into the rough or the trees, and it takes him a while wandering in the woods to find his ball. Although he usually does and eventually saves his par, at least only gets a bogey. And during the short time I've known Martin, I've come to realize how special he is to Lucy. He makes her happy. You didn't let me finish. I said he makes you happy.
Yes.
That makes me happy. And it will make him a great son-in-law. And I'd like to opportunity to formally welcome Martin to our families, both here and in Canada. Protocol now dictates I give advice to the newlyweds. And I kind of checked this out a bit. The secret to a successful marriage is patience, tolerance, and forgiveness. Failing that, a bad memory seems to be quite useful, except, of course, when birthdays and anniversaries are involved, as I've learnt to my distress. Some other advice based on my last 30 years of married life is there is no challenge in the marriage that can't be overcome by saying one or more of the following. I was wrong, you were right, yes dear, and I love you. And I actually read this as well. The actor Richard Burton once said that a woman accepts a man for what he is and then spends the rest of her life trying to change him. Very true. So if we can take one last look at Martin as he is now, because Lucy starts her remodeling work first thing tomorrow. And I guess really, all I can say is that, actually I can't. So I just end by saying, please stand and raise your glasses. Yes, everybody, I give you a toast to Lucy and Martin, the bride and groom.
Lucy and Martin.
Cheers. Cheers.